For a while now, I've been giving you information on relationships, and I'm hoping that this far, that I've been able to make an impact, that I've been able to help you, that I've been able to make you ask yourself a lot of questions before you get into the dating stage, as you're in the dating stage, and as you plan your life towards marriage. And I'm also believing that this has also impacted married people. As usual, if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy the videos that I put out, I'd like it if you'd subscribe if you've never done that before, or if this is the very first time you're hearing me and you enjoy the video through and through, subscribe, press the notification bell. Please put a thumbs up, it will show me that you enjoyed my video. Comment, share this content. Life is not a fairy tale story. If you grew up the same way I did, on Cinderella, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, Pocahontas, The Little Mermaid, and all these Rapunzel stories that we grew up with, where every instant the story ends with they lived happily ever after, waiting for Prince Charming to give them the kiss that wakes them up from their sleep like Snow White, or kissing a frog to turn into a prince. There's too many fairy tales, and life has made movies, series sometimes, have made things look like it's a fairy tale story. The reality is very different from what is portrayed from written stories to filmed movies. Those are scripts that do not exist in the real world, and especially for women. We are very good at creating stories that do not exist. This is something I've talked about. This was even the beginning of my content, where I talked about a man approaches you just to say hello or sends you a text and you've already started imagining your lives together. And this is what makes a lot of women stay in the wrong relationships. Why do I say this? Because you imagine that the person you built in your mind, the person that you think existed in your fantasies, in your fairy tale story, in your dreams, is the man that you will have in this particular person. We are the gender that allows, we can change them. We can change them. We can help them see. Or you meet someone who treated you nice, not knowing their intention, and then they start to change, and you think like, oh, if I keep staying and keep treating them the same way I treated them before, and throughout this relationship, they'll come back to their senses and want me back, treat me the same way they treated me in the beginning. We're told to give second chances. Facts. In life, we make mistakes. People make mistakes in relationships, and they deserve a second chance, even a third and a fourth. But when there's a consistency in that same issue, in that same problem, then there, my dear, you're in the wrong relationship, be it male or female. I know I started with talking about women, but I'm just talking about the fairy tale way women believe. Men, I've mentioned very many times, think logically, strategically. Us as women, we mainly flow with our emotions. How we feel, how this moment made us feel, how this touch made us feel, how this reaction made us feel. So it can go both ways, the lovey-dovey way or the anger way. I didn't like the tone that he gave me, and that time maybe he was very exhausted. But in my mind, I've built up a whole scenario that he's upset with me, that he doesn't love me anymore, that he doesn't like me, that he doesn't see me the same way I did. I may have done something wrong. And in his mind, he's like, oh my gosh, today was such a bad day at work. I really don't want to hurt her emotions. I do not want to throw these problems on her. Let me just take a few breaths in. Let me chill on the couch, flip through stations, find something to do, relax my mind before I speak to her, because I do not want. That's how the man's mind is working. But the woman's mind is working on the opposite. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Maybe I'm a bad person. Maybe I didn't treat him right. oh my gosh, why can't he do that to me? Now I'm even upset because why is he not talking to me? Why? Where did it go wrong? Is it because of the way I did that? Oh my gosh, now what did he do outside? Did he cheat on me? Oh my gosh, did he cheat on me? Has he found another girl? Maybe he doesn't like me anymore. Maybe he doesn't find me as attractive as he did. A woman's mind is chaotic. I've watched this video which is like 4 hours long, but it's cut in segments, but I liked the whole video, where this man talks about the man's brain and the woman's brain. And the woman's brain is constantly active. Well, men can chill and think of nothing as your constant move. Where am I going with this video? I may have no clue. I do not even know what I'm going to title this video. But I want us to understand the different genders. It's very important. Men generally don't like to talk when they are in trouble, when they have problems, when they have issues they are going through, when situations ain't working. They like to deal with them internally. They have an internal conversation with themselves. Sometimes it can take a dark turn, but many times that's how they deal with their issues. And when the man has learned to trust you and becomes vulnerable with you, he can share some issues. But remember, they are very light on the surface. He may never share with you the in-depth of how big an issue this thing was. Why? Because the man wants to protect you. He is the man. He is the leader. He's the one who can take anything. He is the protector. So he wants to protect you, so you don't have to carry the burden. That is why they do that. Now, for women, on the other hand, when they're going through things, when they're going through issues, through problems, things just ain't going right, she wants to talk. And sometimes she wants to talk without a full stop. She just wants to talk. Many times, I'm not saying all the time, because at times I do appreciate solutions, but at times I just want to be heard. So many times women just want to talk and you listen. You listen to what she's saying, you listen to what she has to say without bringing your input. Your input of solution is not needed at this point. She just needs someone to hear her out. And once you hear her out, there's a relief. There's a feeling of relief. Even though that situation hasn't changed, that problem did not come with a solution, it still looks the same way it did from when it happened. But there's a relief of, I've released it and now I feel free. And even it makes the woman's mind start thinking. She goes from that emotional fog of it was impossible to it's possible. Even as she has released all that, she suddenly starts coming up with her solutions. Oh, you mean if I actually push it this way, and this way, if I do this, if I actually do that, it will work. But when she's at that heightened emotional stage where she just wanted to talk, she cannot see the solution. That's why many times women do not want you to bring the solution. Because many times the solution is in us. It's just that we needed to release it first as an emotion. Then now we can come in with the logical thinking. And that's now when, after we've released it, you've given us a hug, you've held us, you've cuddled us, you've kissed us, you've made love to us. And then now, in a relaxed moment when you can tell your woman is no longer in that emotional fog, she's not upset at the situation, she's not crying, she's not easily irritable because of the situation, the way it happened, she will listen to your solutions. That is when she will listen to your solutions. Just the same way, men, you want us to give you space and time to either talk about it or generally tell us what happened, or for you to come up with the solution yourself. Also give a woman time before you jump in with the solution. Okay? So women, when we understand men, and men when we understand women, we shall have a seamless and wonderful relationship. Am I saying we'll never argue, we'll never have disagreements, we'll never have issues? No. Fights will come. But when we understand each other, we'll be able to sit down and create solutions. This is where where I talked about the hard conversations. When you're having a hard conversation, many, and I mean many times, it's because there was great misunderstandings. And if you are not mature to have them, this what leads to fights that end relationships, lead to divorce, create a lot of unnecessary damage in relationships. So let's understand each other so that together, what we call the power couples, a powerful team, unbreakable teams, this is where it comes from.